VACAY-J Beats. Fightland! Fightland!
Yo, it's a takeover. Look at the skyline. Stars bringing the thunder, yeah, it's Fightland time. 50 with the blueprint, architect with the master plan. Rising up an empire, kick, hear the roar across the land. From episode 1, through the battle start to rise. Main legends moving cold, fire burning in their eyes. Side soldiers in the shadow, waiting for the cracks to show. Every choice a loaded dice. Watch the kingdoms grow. From the opening to the ending, stakes climbing higher. War drums banging, putting all the city in the fire. Daggers in the back room, fragile packs wearing thin. Witness the ascension and the chaos closing in. Expect the unexpected, man, the blade is razor sharp. From the rooftop blocks to the tower, yep, we leave a mark. It's a trial by flame. Only titans in the fight tonight. Only the crowns stand tall when they step into the light. They thought it was a game, but it's real life stakes. Every move you make, feel the whole world shake. You can lose it all you fall, then you claw from the dark. Fightland, it's the drum, yeah, it's the beating heart. The legend never ends. Honor the grind, honor all the ones you call friends. Stay tuned, stay locked. Yeah, we carry you. Fightland, the premiere. We paint the war for you. Salute, salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, what up, fam? What up, fam? What up, fam? Come on in the room. YouTube. It's your boy, VACAY-J, back once again with another live event. Family, come on in the room. Hit the like button. You know what to do. It's time to talk about the hidden clues you may have missed. Hidden clues you may have missed in episode 4 of Fightland, family. Look, this is a slow burn on this show, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, and it's definitely turning up. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. Throw it in the chat. Let me know I'm good. Fam, we're going to get into some hidden clues. Now, again, if you watched the episode, go ahead, hit that like button, stick around. If you haven't watched it, all right, hit the like button, go check it out. Come on back, family, because this one was really good. And we'll talk about the hidden clues, hidden things, and yeah, I told y'all. I knew that boy was definitely your man's son. I already knew that it was Duke's son. I called it early in the game, and now here we are. So we're going to talk about the hidden clues you may have missed, family. Stick around with me. Rock with your boy if you like in Fightland. We're going to talk about how you feel about it in a little bit, but definitely come through, share this out. You know what to do, fam. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
From the black to the booth, the vision's revealed. We're unstoppable now, and the truth gon' reign. This is legacy in motion. Remember the name. This is VACAY-JAYTV, the next level of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Salute, 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 salute. VACAY-JAYTV. Next level of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Salute, salute, salute. Subscribe right now. Hit that bell and lock in with the real. Welcome to VACAY-JAYTV.
All right, fam. Welcome to VACAY-JAYTV again. What's good? I see you, DeMarcus Varner's in the building. What's good, my guy? Absolutely, fam. It is time. It is time to talk about the hidden clues you may have missed in episode 4. Now, again, I'm going to be talking about parts of episode 4. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go and watch that right there. But really quick, if you have seen it, family, just like we always do, I want to know your rating. I want to know what you think about not only episode 4, but what do you think about the entire series so far? We're up to episode 4. Okay, what do you think about the entire series so far? And what do you think about episode 4? Chime in the chat. Let me know. 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for meh, 4 for nah, not really feeling it right now. Because as I mentioned, this is a slow burn, fam. So we're going to go through it, man. I'm going to talk about some of the hidden clues. I'm not really going to do a scene by scene recap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point out a couple of things that I think definitely stood out. Maybe you missed it. All right. My man DeMarcus, you giving it a solid 2 for good. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Overall, it's a good series. Overall, it's a good series. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get into what I say is like some hidden clues. And if you've seen some hidden clues and some things that I may have not seen, definitely chime in below. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Brian Wilson's in the building. He says he gives it a solid 1 for fire. All right. See, this was what I'm saying. Some people feeling it. Some people like they rolling with it. I want to tell y'all this before I really get into it. This is a brand new show. 50, all of them, they're building this world for us. And not only are they building this world, this is like, you know, it's not really, it's a new show, but it's not a regular new show for us Americans. And shout out to everybody in London and over the pond. Salute to y'all. This is a whole brand new world that they're building. And it's English, right? But it's of a different dialect, right? So a lot of things, there's a lot of details in this. And we just gotta have to keep up with the details. You know what I mean? Because these details move really fast. And that's going to be part of the hidden clues that you may have missed, because sometimes you'll watch it and you'll be like, yo, what the heck just happened? How did this happen? How did that happen? Right? So we're definitely going to get into it, fam, right about now. So I want to start off with talking about, and I'm going to keep you guys up here for a little bit. I'm going to start off talking about some of these hidden clues. Okay. Well, let me move this over a little bit. We are live, family, so thank you for coming through. And rock with your boy. Share this out, fam. Share this out. All right. Well, you said which first 4 episodes of season 1 is better. Okay. I know you and the comparisons. We'll get into that. All right. So let's talk about some things that I want to talk about first. Okay. And first thing I want to talk about, of course, we're going to be talking about your man Duke. Okay. This story is all centered around Duke, right? This is how he was a champion, how he fell from fame and fortune and love and all this and that. And now he's back to get revenge, right? So that's pretty much the overall gist, which they definitely got across. But I want to talk about some hidden things that you may not have seen now. Okay. So let's start with him. He comes to the gym, right? This is in episode 4 now. Comes to the gym and we see him kind of being trolled, disrespected a little bit by your man, okay, Jack Hammer. Mr. Joseph Jack Hammer. He's supposed to be prime time. He's supposed to be the man. He's supposed to be the man of Marshall, promotions, right? So he's supposed to be the main guy. Duke is just now back along for the ride to train the other fighters and train with him, right? To kind of be that guy. Now, they're going back and forth and he's challenging, Duke on some like, all right, well, let's get in the ring. You think you could do better, old man? Come on, Unc, right? He's really trolling him. And the one thing I wanted to point out, man, is that Duke, absolutely, while we know that he just got out, we know that he's out for revenge, we know that he's trying to get Kingsley back. We can't find Kingsley. That's another thing I'll talk about a little bit later. And I'm also going to talk about a little bit of I have some picks from the next episode, so we'll talk about that too. So stick around for that. All right. But while he got out, he's still plotting and planning to take down Marshall, right? Take down Kingsley, right? This man is still traumatized by losing his brother. And what he said right here, when Duke was like, okay, when you want a belt, come see me. because he is the champion. Like, regardless of what you say, Duke is still the champion. Even though he went to jail for 9 years, he's still the champion. Nobody took the belt from him because they didn't get a chance. They didn't get a chance to take the belt from him because your boy went to jail. But one thing that I want to point out is that he is still traumatized by losing his brother. And by this guy saying right here, oh, you don't want to fight, Unc? I guess the only person that really got heart is the person that's buried. Of course, we know that set him off. We know that made Duke go crazy, right? And what does he do? He tried to box it up with him. And he got him a couple times. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was fighting, he got him a couple times. But in the end, you know, your boy took him down, right? I mean, he went crazy and tried to wrestle him, and they got him off of him, right? So what was hiding in the shadows, of course, is this guy, Zeke, boy. Now, remember, if you watched last episode, his mission is to get Duke back in the ring, okay? That's his mission, because if he does that, then the other promoter, when they make the deal, he can get 6 fights instead of just 4, and they'll get more money, right? It'll be a big promotion. We bring Duke back. He's still a champion, you know, but he's recording him. He's recording him. We know that later on, you know, he creates a video, he doctors the video, and of course, he's putting it out there for promotional purposes, okay? So your man Duke, though, again, there's something brewing inside. We know that revenge is brewing inside. But also what's hidden that nobody's really talking about is the fact that while his hand was hurt, he still believes like his opportunity was stripped away from him, right? The opportunity was taken from him, and he wants to get back in the ring. At the end of the day, he really wants to get back in the ring. So he goes back, of course, to his father's training center, gym, whatever you want to call it. And you see him in the ring, and he's shadow boxing, he's doing this, he's doing that, right. So one thing that I was surprised about, which I guess to me it was a hidden gem, it was hidden, is the fact that your man Jay, number one, is back. I guess he hangs around there, but didn't know he had, you know, some type of training skills or whatever, boxing skills. I thought he was just a friend. You know what I'm saying? So this was kind of hidden because the way they make him look, the way they make Jay look is like, oh, he's just a childhood friend from way back. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't look like he actually worked out at the gym or was helping out in any way. He would just help with because, you know, he knew people, right? You know, Jay knew people. That's how we got the BOMB for the casino, right? So he knows a lot of people. He grew up in the neighborhood, but didn't know the man actually has some skills or skills enough to know how to, you know, pad it up with Duke to train him up, you know? So I thought that was pretty revealing right there, because that lets me know that Jay may have hands too. You know what I'm saying? He may not be as skillful as Duke, right? But he definitely knows how boxing works. He knows what's happening in the boxing world and how to do it, right? And the one thing that, again, I feel is not really being talked about is, once again, the traumatic episodes that Duke has, right? While he's in the ring, your boy Jay is saying some things that his brother would say to him while training. And that kind of triggers him, right? This traumatic PTSD, right? Post-traumatic stress, right? Is triggering your boy Duke. Therefore, now he is now visualizing his brother next to him as they're training. Now, his brother, you know, Calvin. You remember Calvin, man? First episode, we met him, and then he got taken out, right? So here we are. He's seeing Calvin on the side. And of course, he stops. So the hidden things that we're not really talking about is the fact that your man is truly going through it. He definitely has blood in his eyes. He definitely wants revenge for everything being stripped away from him being set up, right? Losing his brother. But what's not being talked about is how this is really, really affecting him, okay? It's really affecting him in a bad way. All right. Let's talk about these side deals, man. let's talk about a couple side deals, fam. And chime in below if there's anything else that you saw in this first part right here, in this part that I'm talking about, that was kind of hidden that nobody's really talking about, that needs to be highlighted. Definitely chime below, let me know. But your boy is going through it. Your boy is definitely going through it in episode 4. We're seeing it more so than ever because he's seeing his brother. All right, let's talk about these undercover deals, man. Like, this is something that, again, not a lot of people talking about. You know, we got CC, right? CC look beautiful right here. They got some good, you know, pics of CC. And here comes introduction, really, Scott, right? Here's Scott. Now, Scott seems to be a man that is well connected, I'll say. He's an investor and he knows CC, of course. And you know CC, man, CC knows how to kind of like wheel and deal and deal with some of the politicians and everything else like that. But for me, the hidden thing that I don't think is being talked about is the fact that her idea in London is a big deal. Now, again, I'm from New York, right? Now I live in Vegas, and sports betting in the casino is a regular thing, okay? Hasn't been a regular thing for a long time, but in London, it's a big deal. It seems like it's never been done before. To have sports betting in a casino hasn't been done before. So what she's doing is kind of unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? So hidden stuff that people are not talking about. This is a big deal. And these guys who she's wheeling and dealing with, they want in. But again, she knows what we're not talking about and what's hidden, kind of, because we just see her as kind of like just talking to people, is the fact that she has that level of intelligence and intuitiveness, and she's just super intelligent enough to say, you know what, if I'm going to make this happen, I got to speak to the right people, connect with the right people. And she knows who to talk to. And this is Scott. And Scott is like, listen, I got to talk to all the politicians. I got to talk to the courts and this and he said the White House, the white something. But they're in. And what we're not talking about, what people are not talking about, is her crafty way of really kind of going behind your boy Zeke's back. Zeke is focused on the boxing and promoting and everything else like that. She's doing way bigger things. Now, he may know about, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about doing the betting in the casino. Zeke may know about that, but the way that she's going about it, what she's doing, because Scott is on some like, look, we got to pay judges, we got to pay lawyers, we got to pay all of that. We're going to need some extra money. Is that a problem? She's like, nope, that's not a problem. Where are you getting this money from? And does Zeke know about this? All right. All of this stuff is covert, hidden. Okay. And she is that one, that just sinister woman. And we'll get to talking about Joy in a minute, because if you've seen the episode, you know what happened with Joy. But this right here, hidden clues to let you know that she is building an empire beyond the martial promotion, boxing promotion enterprise. And, you know, actually she's trying to go legit, right? So this kind of reminds me of a Ghost, right? You remember Ghost, you remember Power, and how after a certain period of time, you know, Ghost having the club and Ghost now getting into politics, kind of similar, where she now is dealing with people and she has to wheel and deal and play ball with people that she wouldn't normally play ball with, right? Not saying that it's Scott, but the judges, the lawyers, and all of these people, the politicians, and paying them off. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what Ghost was trying to do as far as getting in the political arena, becoming, you know, governor and everything else like that. So again, she is doing some crafty stuff, hidden clues, foreshadowing as to what may happen, but of course, not without a hitch, not without a catch, not without her actually hurting people, right? Corporate takeover, hurting people, doing whatever the heck she wants to do. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me check the chat, see what's going on with y'all in the chat. Let me check on y'all, see what's going on. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. All right, all right, all right. I see you, family. I see you, family. All right. Let me see a couple of my man DeMarcus. Let's see what my man's talking about. He said Simeon could be the reason why Kingsley ran off. Yeah, it could be, or it could be Joy. Right? It could be Joy. It could be, you know, I'm going to talk about that too. I'll get to that. Do you believe Armand knows Joseph the Jackhammer? I mean, he probably does. I mean, Joseph Jackhammer knows him personally or is part of, you know, him being a boxer or being connected. Maybe. What do you say? Gaza probably had Jay working with Duke and Calvin. Yeah, probably. Which is, again, like I said, it's surprising to me because it didn't seem like the way looks can be deceiving, right? So you look at Jay, to me, Jay just looked like somebody that they had hanging around. You know, it's like, oh, okay, this is our buddy right here. And he's not really that talented, but it is what it is, right? Brian says, Scott sees the potential of casinos in, yeah, absolutely, in London. Absolutely. So, I mean, the casino, see, so the casinos are already there. The big deal of what she's trying to do is trying to bring betting to the casinos, right? Betting, like sports betting. You know how we got sports betting right now, right? We got, you know, a lot of sports books out here in Vegas. Like it's a regular thing now. But back in the day, I want to say maybe 10, 15 years ago, that was prohibited by law. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't bet on sports, right? They had the little off-track betting, right? But you couldn't really bet. So this is a big deal now. You know what I'm saying? Scott believes in Cece. Yeah, he does. Cece's going behind Kingsley's back. Oh, she's going behind everybody's back, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's back. And what we're going to talk about when we get to Joy, man, that was kind of wild. So we'll get to that in a minute. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. And thank you for chiming in. Let's talk about Joy. Let's talk about Joy. And let's talk about this boy right here. Now, again, if you watched it, I'm going to spoil some things. If you haven't watched it, hit the like button and then go watch it and come on back and chime in below. I want to let you know, once again, I called it. Since day one, I called it that this boy was definitely Duke's son. This boy was the, now again, some people are like, oh, well, just because she said it doesn't mean that it is what it is. I called it. I'm just going to say that. I don't usually do that, but I called it out, okay? But anyway, let's get back to this here with Joy. Now, Joy is looking for her son. Now, she finds her son, and she's like, well, why is my son here with you? Oh, you know, Auntie picked me up early from school, right? And I'm just like, well, why is Auntie picking her up, right? That's the question. What's going on? And what's going on is that this woman right here is very controlling. She's very demanding. And what she did with Joy and her business, underhanded, right? We didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. But we kind of did, because you remember from the other episodes, she was speaking to Joy, right? And saying, hey, you know, I heard you got a big deal going on, but you didn't run it by me, right? You didn't say anything to me. You didn't run it by me. And they almost got into it, right, before. And she's like, I don't need to tell you nothing. You know, it's my business. I never needed to tell Kingsley anything. So why do I need to tell you anything, right? And it was like, okay, yeah, she got her own business. Like, well, we got to, you know, move very strategic and we got to move quietly. And you know what I'm saying? Because they doing underhanded stuff. Do you think that she knows that they're doing the underhanded stuff with, you know, remember the money and the slot machines and everything else like that? Maybe Joy doesn't know about that side, or maybe she does and she just doesn't care. She wants to get away. And that's the point here. She wants to get away. But your girl is so conniving that she pretty much stripped her of her business. Underhanded, behind the back. She pretty much played Joy on a level where she doesn't have any control at all. You know, she is that undercover hidden villain, right? The pretty one. She's a beautiful woman, all right? Beautiful woman. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, okay? Whoever you see is beautiful, I see her as a beautiful woman. But this woman is very conniving, very just terrible when it comes down to control. And that's her main thing. And even Zeke pointed it out that she tries to control everything. And that's a narcissistic behavior. That's the hidden clue, that hidden gems that we may not be seeing. You know, this woman is a narcissist. She's a control freak. She just wants to run everything at the end of the day. Even though she's telling Zeke, hey, you know what? You were reckless. We need to stick together. At the end of the day, it's a lot. At the end of the day, it's manipulation. We got to stick together. We're all we got. Come on. CC is that undercover villain that's kind of coming out now. Definitely with this move right here, with taking her business and forwarding her business calls to CC. She took her calls. She's like, yeah, I'm having all your calls forwarded to me now. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So family, chime in below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Again, this boy right here. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, what's up with your boy here? He's conniving too. He's crafty, slick, just on like a, I want to say, on a like lower level. Lower than CC, because CC's like more like corporate, like I'm going to take you down politically. I'm going to take you down, take your business down undercover. I'm going to strip you of all your businesses and all your numbers and your contacts, right? That's who she is. But this boy right here, he's like lower level. Doctoring the video to make it look like Duke beat down your boy Jackhammer. Now, what I want to say as far as the hidden clue or the hidden gem or stuff that we're kind of not seeing undercover. If you listen to this conversation that Joseph Jackhammer had with your man Zeke. First off, when Jackhammer came in the door, he was talking to the other promoter like, yeah, you know, you saw the video. It's like, yeah, you got 1 million views, okay? He doctored this video, make it look like Duke was beating up Jackhammer. Of course, Jackhammer comes in there and he's on some like, yo, this is bad for my brand. I'm out of here. And what this man said was, I'm not like my dad. Yo, the evil came out of this man. Now, again, that's obvious. That's not hidden at all. But one thing that you may not have seen or understood was that he understood what was going on with Duke. Even though your man Zeke is trying to promote this thing so they can get money, blow up the brand, you know, he wants to make his father proud. He wants to get out of his father's shadow. That's what Zeke's intention is. Get out of his father's shadow, be the man. He wants to be the man like his father was, but he's still in the shadow even though his father's not around. I'm going to talk about Kingsley in a minute. Hold tight. Okay? And what he said to Jackhammer, you know, my father, he took care of boxers. Me, I say boxers need to defend themselves, looking directly in his eyes. And one is that he noticed how evil Zeke is. Two, he noticed how Duke has changed, how he's not the same guy anymore, how he said he's become a monster. You know what I'm saying? He's not a boxer anymore. He's becoming a monster. Okay? So he's noticing the change. He's noticing the bloodthirst or the revenge, anger that's coming from Duke. The thing about it is he doesn't see it. Zeke doesn't see it. He knows it. Right? When they went to see the Russians and they beat and Duke was beating them down and stomping on the Russian, right? Stomping on Sergey. Man, like Duke showed like this rage that we've haven't seen before. He was like, he's just stomping it. Like Zeke had to stop him. But again, when they fought, your boy Jackhammer saw that rage as well. So yeah, man, he sees it. It's crazy. It is what it is. Okay. Now, okay, let's talk about this, man. Because I thought this was kind of wrong, and you guys let me know your thoughts on this, okay? Because your girl, Joy, she has been stripped of everything. She now runs to your boy, Duke. And she runs to him on some like, oh, no, we didn't get into her yet. We'll talk about Little Kim in a minute. she runs to your boy Duke on some like, okay, I'm ready to run away, this, that, and the third. And Duke is like, yo, what you talking about, man? He's getting texts from Zeke like, Duke, answer your phone, you got to get here, right? So she's proclaiming her love for him now and all of this and that. We'll get to him in a minute. She is now on a level where she wants to now go away. Why do you want to go away now? Because you've been stripped of everything. You don't have the power that you used to have, nor the influence that you used to have, because CC is running your life. And you come to freaking Duke talking about, yeah, we're in love. Let's run away with Aiden. Again, this was the opportunity for her to say, by the way, Aiden is your son. Again, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, hit the like button, spoiler alert, okay? Go watch it. And this is what she was hiding. She was hiding the fact that she wanted to get away. Yeah, let's get away with Aiden and all this and that. Duke is on another mission. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all got busy in the gym. She shows up out of nowhere. Y'all got busy in the gym. Now all of a sudden you want to run away. Okay. And he's like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. So her hiding the fact that, yeah, this 9-year-old boy is your son, bruh, this was wild to me. It was straight wild. Okay. Now I want to talk about this young lady right here. Look, man, this girl's hidden agenda, hidden clues, hidden gems. Like, it's just unraveling. Number one, she's a beautiful woman. We see that, right? Beautiful woman, kind of seen that from the start, but now she's really working hard to get close to Duke. And I think she's doing a good job. I really think that she's not only getting close to Duke, but she's getting now closer into the family where, man, she's really good. Lil Kim, I call her Little Kim because she's like wild short in comparison to Duke, but she knows how to work it. So they go get, she picks him up from the gym. They go get some fish and chips. I guess that's what's that, fish and French fries, right? I guess that's what it is. And as they're sitting down, your boy Gazzer comes in. He comes in, and he, of course he's like, oh, let me know when you're having company to Duke. Okay. And the hidden gem that came out that I don't know if you watched it, that I noticed is that when he came through, she offered him, some food, offered some fish and chips, or whatever the case is, right? And she, he kind of warmed up to her. Of course, she a pretty lady. She knows how to work it. It is what it is. But what kind of stood out to me was the fact that he got this book, and it was an album of your boy Duke when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So of course we know that's his father, but the fact that this man had this hidden gem, he kept them. He said, I don't like to put it up on display on a mantle or anything else like that. Your man Duke was very surprised. He was like, oh, you still got this? He's like, yeah, I still got this stuff. And then he goes on to tell your girl that Duke bought him a TV with his first check. So his first boxing check, he bought him a brand new TV, right? So this is telling us and showing us that while they may have some discourse, they may have some disagreements, they may not agree on everything as a father, as a son. This is showing us that, yeah, this man really, really cares for his son. And he's always cared for his son. But there is something hidden underneath this man right here, some unresolved issues. And I think a lot of people have something like that with maybe a parent, maybe a mother, maybe a father, whatever the case is. But yeah, he definitely has some issues that we haven't understood yet. Maybe he pushed them too hard. Maybe he was very abusive, right? Because if you remember a couple of episodes ago, when your boy Gaz got mad at Duke, he was saying something about, yeah, you know, you're gonna mess up those boxes like you messed up me and my brother. And you remember his father had him hemmed up in the kitchen and told him to get out. Remember that? So I think, you know, Gaz may have been a little bit too rough on them, maybe pushed them too hard. But at the end of the day, he still cares for his son. Now, was this a foreshadowing as to what happened at the end? Again, if you saw the episode, you know what happened at the end with Gaz. This may have been a foreshadowing because I think this is the first time we've ever seen a softer side of Gaz sharing, you know, photos of his son, excuse me, proudly, like the first time he was ever boxing when he was younger and all this and that, right? So was this a foreshadowing? Maybe, because he was opened up by the girl here, and she knows how to work it. Like, she's a cop, but she's a great undercover cop. I would love for her to do an investigation on me. I would love that, right? But she is very good at what she does, boy. So, you know, she's getting in close. She's getting in closer. And again, I don't like this thing moves so fast. So while she's at the house, let me just go from here. While she's at the house, your man Gaza shows the pictures, all good. We see that unanswered question as to where Gaza is as far as his relationship with Duke. Like, he still loves his son. It's just a really complicated and rough, you know, relationship. Okay. So again, it's not just boxing. It goes a little bit deeper. Okay. So this girl, being the cop that she is, you know, he throws out the fish and chips, you know, it's getting late, you know, right? So they cleaning up. And this woman is looking around the house. Now, again, you looking at stuff, you see the picture of, you know, Calvin there, the funeral. They must have had a funeral for him and all of this and that, right? I'm sure. But they have a picture of Calvin on there. And then she looks over. And I think this is it right here. Yeah, there's a bag. And in that bag, if you can see it, that is the ski mask. That's the face mask, okay? That's the pushaishi that your boy Duke wore with Zeke when they went in on the Russians, okay? Remember, they went in on the Russians, okay? That's what happened. That's what happened as far as the beginning of the episode 4. They went in on the Russians, boom, and they burnt your boy Sergei's face because they were looking for your boy Nikolai, and of course Sergei wasn't giving up Nikolai, right? So there was a face mask. He wore his face mask. That's the face mask right there. So she picked up on all these clues, man. She's so nosy, man. You know what I mean? She's like, So she noticed that, but she didn't say nothing. She just, you know, kind of stored it, and that's what nosy cops do. They store the information, this, that, and the third, right? Okay. So, man, he's like, all right, I guess it's the end of the night, you know. And she's like, it doesn't have to be. Now we find him in the club, right? So now we're in the club. They take a shot. They doing all this and that. She getting all close. Okay, again, he had another episode. This episode definitely is revealing more of what your boy is going through. Okay, what Duke is going through, like, traumatic wise. Okay. And again, I'm pointing out the hidden gems and things that you may have missed. Let me know in the chat below anything you think that I missed that you saw. Okay. But your man is, again, he's fresh out. He's still fresh out. If you really think about it, he's still fresh out of jail. And at the same time, he has a plan, a master plan with Lazaro, with Armando, and he has to stick to that plan, but still play undercover himself. Okay. So he walks off. Man walks off. He sits down. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about this. And she's like, yeah, you're hurt. And this, and, you know, she's working him. She's working him. He's like, yeah, I don't drink a lot. So he kind of tipsy. So she's kind of working her way in like a slithery snake that she is. But she's a beautiful woman. You could do that to me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to investigate me, come on over. Come investigate your boy VACAY, okay? Whatever you want to talk about, I might tell you, okay? But she is working her way, and she's like, you don't have to be that way with me. you know, and your girl is just working it. She is just watch out, fellas, watch out, man. That's all I'm saying. Just watch out, because you know. Anyway, so she ends up doing what she's doing. Kisses him. Y'all seen the pic before, okay? Y'all seen it on my other cover. You know, y'all seen it right here, man. They just get it popping. They get it in. Boom. You know, again, enhanced picture. But they get it in, they get it popping, and yeah, man, it definitely turned out well for your boy. Your man Duke is not only getting busy with Joy, but he's getting the skins from your girl too. Your girl, Little Kim. I call her Little Kim because you see, you know what I'm saying? They just getting it popping. Okay, she turns around. She's like, I guess this is how you like it, Kim. This is how you like it? Okay, Kim. Okay, freaky Kim. All right. so yeah, man, she definitely is working her way in it, and she's getting a little bit of pleasure out of it as well. Can you blame her? I mean, I believe that she honestly, again, the hidden gem, the hidden clue to me is that not only is she trying to get in close to get back at, remember, Kingsley. That's her whole mission. Get at Kingsley, find her sister, and the whole nine, right? Okay, so she's still on that mission, but at the same time, she's getting some in the process. I guess that's part of the job, right? I guess it's part of the job to go ahead and do whatever it takes. And she kind of does, because while she did what she did, turn around, she's like, yeah, you know, I got some things to do. I got to work. I got, you know, I would have you stay. You know the saying, I would have you stay, but I got some things to do. I got to work, right? But this woman remembers what she saw at your boy Duke's house, and she gets on the computer and she starts looking up some stuff. Russian bath house. Now, again, that's where Duke and Zeke went with the face master Pushaishi, right? And went and just started beating up all the Russians in there looking for Nikolai, but then burnt Sergei's face on the sauna rocks, okay? So I guess she's doing an investigation on that and maybe trying to make a connection with your boy, okay? All right. Beautiful woman. They know what they're doing, man. Fightland. Keep up the good work, okay? But yes, the Russian bathhouse family. Let me come to y'all, see what y'all talking about. Anything else that I may have missed or you may have seen that I didn't see, okay? You say CC is intellectual, sharp, and believes she understands what needs to be done to be profitable. She believes she sees the entire picture better than everyone else. Yes, she does, right? So Duke is becoming an MMA fighter now, right? I know, right? Because he tried to wrestle your boy. Duke can't run off with Joy until he fulfills his commitment to the cartel. That's right. That's right. And that's why he was just kind of like paying attention, but not paying attention, like, huh, what? Because he's still on mission, like he's still focused. He's like, this is the last thing I need right now for you to come to me with this, because you having like a family crisis, right? Because they took the business away from you, you know? So I get it. I definitely get it. What you say? You said CC and Zeke will be pissed at Aiden, that Aiden is Duke and Joy's son. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But the thing about it is, I think that CC already knows, right? It's one of two things that if you watch the prior episode, right? Remember when they were having the first kind of discussion about how Joy is doing big deals, right? And how Joy needs to run it by CC because they need to move strategically and privately and all this and that, because there's a lot going on, right? And she don't want deals to be messed up, right? You remember that. And then CC was like saying something like, you don't want me to tell my father this, that, and the third, right? So when CC said that, I'm thinking she already knows that Aiden is Duke's son, or she also knows how it was done. How she knows the whole thing. All right. I'm thinking CC knows that yes, Joy slept with Duke, Boom. She got pregnant by Duke. Duke went to jail. Boom. She had the kid. Like, and may have been playing it like, oh, Kingsley, this is your son. We're having a son together. Mess around. And I'm going to say it now. Mess around. Kingsley may have done like a DNA test and found out, yo, this ain't my son. And was so destroyed about it that he's like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And I also think that Cece kind of has an idea where her father is, but the way she's moving, the way Cece's moving, fam, I'm thinking Cece definitely may be the reason why he's gone, may have sent him away, may have gotten him captured or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to take over, like some covert story. You know how she's working with the Russians. She's working with these politicians. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole lot of stuff, scenarios running through my mind. You say Joy could not reveal Aiden is their son until she had full confidence in Duke. Absolutely, I agree. We say DeMarcus says it would be interesting if Zeke was involved with Rena. Okay. Overdosed on product. Okay. Gazer is cool with Duke and Kim bonding. Yeah, overdosed, but yep. What's going on, Poppy? All right. He says, I'll be honest, Duke is a true villain. He stole Kingsley's Marshall's wife, and he got his own brother unalive for was sleeping with his wife. Why care about Duke? And he terrorized the casinos. Yeah. Yo, Duke is very complicated, right? That is, I believe, the formula behind 50 and these shows. Ghost was complicated too, okay? Super complicated, was trying to go in all different directions, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of characters in Power were very complicated. It wasn't just one thing, one way, except for Tommy. Tommy's like, yo, I'm a straight gangster. This is what I want to do. Come on, Ghost, you can't leave me in the game, right? So Tommy was just a straight shooter. That's why Tommy's still around, because he's wild focused on what he need to do and how to stay alive, right? But these guys are so complex, and they're being pulled in so many different directions, and they're allowing themselves to be pulled in so many different directions that it's like, man, yeah, why care about that? You know what I'm saying? Why care about that? All right. Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Let me kind of go here. We say Brian says, I know her plan is to flip Duke. Absolutely. And okay, you said that. You said Duke drinking and was humanized by Kim. Yeah, I mean, I think I would say I would say to me, Duke has already been humanized to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to say that he's okay, straight villain, Duke is a straight villain, is not really honest, because yeah, he's foul in sleeping with Kingsley's wife. He's foul for what he did, right? He's foul in his plan to take away Joy and them run off and leave Kingsley and leave the promotion. The promotion thing was a business move, but taking the man's wife and running off, that's straight foul, okay? So he's foul in doing that, but at the same time, now he actually is being brought back. Jay kind of brought him back a little bit to say, you know what, if you take this BOMB, man, then people are going to get unalive. And then he saved the guard, remember? So he's slowly getting back to being an actual human being that is like, okay, let me just not allow all of this stuff to happen to people. Now, I want to talk about your man Lazaro, because Lazaro followed Duke, right? He saw that Shorty took him to get fish and chips and was following them too. That man, he got a lot of patience, because even when Duke was getting busy with her at her house, he was waiting then. He was waiting for her to come out. I'm just like, bruh, you just sitting in the car. But he rolls up on Duke on some like, yo, man, you know, I don't know if you know, like, she's a cop, man. I told you that the lady that was with the cop that I followed in the hospital, she's a cop too. You know what I'm saying? And Duke is on some like, well, we'll just flip her. I'll just flip her and just use her, you know what I'm saying? Just flip it on her. She thinks she's trying to play me. I'm gonna play her. And he said, this is what he said, hidden stuff that I don't know if you caught. He said, you're not the only one risking something, Duke. Now, when he said that, I was like, well, what is he risking? You know what I'm saying? What is Lazaro risking? Is his family now involved? Again, he's part of the cartel, right? But is Lazaro's family in danger? And this is what he has to do in order to get them out of danger. Like Lazaro probably has a deal with Armando as well. That's probably why he's doing this. And if he doesn't do it, then something's gonna happen to his family. You know what I'm saying? Some people care. Some people are like, oh, okay, I didn't think that, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Family, share this out. Hit the like button. You know what it is, family. We're talking about the hidden clues of Fightland, man, that you may have missed. And I'm going through the episode 4, and we're going to talk about this, man. Your girl, Kim was super active this episode. Not only active on getting some D from Duke, but she is super active in tracking down the Russians. And I thought this was super wild. But she finds this, I want to say undercover, crazy Russian dude who probably does a whole lot of unscrupulous things. He probably does fraudulent IDs, does all types of wild stuff. But he finds her through the lady upstairs. She's like, yeah, was any, explosions happening at the casino, da, da, da. And the lady's like, please, I don't want no problems. I don't speak English, and they took away my passport. But she finds this guy right here. And the girl opens the door for him. So he was hidden. Like, who knows who this guy is? But once she came in the door, this guy was undercover, and he's like, get the F out of here. If I talk to the cops, then I'm done, and all this and that. And he's like, get up out of here before I make you. And this is the hidden thing that I want to kind of point out, is the fact that, yeah, she's a cop, but little Kim has hands, B. Little Kim knows how to fight. Little Kim is definitely getting busy with this guy. I mean, this dude was huge. And she is doing knee moves and karate moves on this guy. I mean, she's very, very well versed in fighting. Okay. Here he is. This is what he looks like. And she handcuffs him to, whatever, the rail, this, that, and the third. This was wild, though. The wild part is the fact that this dude had a BOMB set off. So he was probably the one that set off some bombs, and all of this and that. Because it wasn't just what happened at, the Marshall thing. He knows how to set up bombs. He's a Russian. And he's on like, yeah, you want us to get killed because, I got this thing set off and it's only like 2 minutes left. And she's like, you know what? Give me the codes. Like, there it is right there. It's counting down. The BOMB's right there. And this lady, man, I tell you, she definitely is no joke. I'm finding out more and more that Kim is just no joke. She took this BOMB and put it in this man's mouth. I put it in his mouth. I was like, yo. And said, give me the code to the door. Right? Here it is. She puts it in his mouth. He's like, oh. It's like, we all gonna get blown up, so I might as well put it in your mouth. I was like, wow. Like, so what I'm seeing as far as, as far as Kim is that, yeah, she definitely is like, she'll do whatever it takes. She'll do whatever it takes in order to get what she wants. And she said that to do. She said, yo, I get what I want. I get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? So, man, she got that code and gave him the key and said, yeah. She ran up out of there. And it was just like, wow, this is wild. So he ended up, it was 2 seconds left, boom. So what's the undercover hidden gem to me? This woman has hands. This woman will do whatever it takes. Like, she's more than meets the eye. She, you know, big things come in small packages, they say. And she's definitely one of those ones. She's definitely one of those ones that you don't want to F with. All right. All right. Let me see. What else stood out to me? And we almost done, fam. What else stood out to me when it came down to Kim? We know that Aiden was taken by Sergey, right? Oh, that was the other thing. We found out that Sergey definitely knew. That's the hidden thing, right? So Sergey was talking to Nikolai. And, you know, Nikolai was like, look, man, you know what? What happened. He's like, chill. And Sergey's on some like, yo, is that your black chick with a B? Because somebody was calling Nikolai's phone. So he knows about Nikolai's relationship with Cece. You know what I mean? So I didn't think he knew that, but that's his man. Nikolai is Sergey's man. He's second in command, I guess, right? But this dude, I don't know if Nikolai put him up to this, but the Russians said they're going to retaliate for this. He said he's going to retaliate. He's like, yo, he's kind of wild. So this is when he goes and picks up Aiden. Aiden chilling. He comes in there, sees the nurse, pops the nurse, man, and he snatches up Aiden. Now, is this part of Nikolai's plan? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it's part of Nikolai's plan. But this man, yeah, he knew. He knows what's going on with Cece and them. Okay. Let's see what else that was hidden. Anything else? Y'all chime in below. Okay, let me see here. Yep. Okay, so she's trying to run out of town. She's trying to get out of town. We're talking about Joy gonna get out of town. Oh yeah, Gaza shows up. Gaza shows up and brings Rox. Now, do you guys know who Rox is? I didn't even know who Rox was, okay? Because they show up to the promotion thing, and your man Duke knows what's going on. He knows something's gonna happen. He's like, yo, you guys need to get out of here. Jay, take Gaza, get out of here. Like, something's about to go down. Like, he knew. You know, Duke knew. He was like, yo, just kick rocks, just get out of here. And I thought he said kick rocks. He said take rocks and get out of here. And Gaza's like, yo, Rocks likes the guy, this bonehead that is being promoted right now. So I just brought her here. She got tickets. She just got tickets to this thing. And Jay is like, yo, no, we need to leave. Your man is being super like, he's just, I want to say Gaz is not hard-headed, but he's just not understanding because Duke is not telling him what's really going on. And that's his father too, right? At the end of the day, Rox is one of the younger boxers, all right? The younger white boxer. And your man gets unalived. And I thought this was like, yo, this was kind of crazy. The whole ending was kind of crazy. It was wild. You know, the Russians come in there and they start doing all this and that. But in the process, instead of leaving, this is Rox right here. All right. She's the young boxer that her father went over to Duke and say, hey, can you give her tips so she could become a better boxer? And then, of course, Gaza got mad about that. But in the process of the Russians coming in and doing what they're doing, Gaza gets popped. Is he going to make it? All right. Is he? I mean, look, Gaza's a strong guy. That's his father. Is he going to make it? Right? Jay's like, call 911. And then, of course, you know, he gets a call and then your girl says, they took our son. You know, you hid this. You hid it. I was just like, okay. All right. So now I got some picks from the next episode, family, as we wrap this up. Those were some of the hidden things that I saw. If you have seen something else or you see that there's something that hasn't been revealed that you kind of noticed that was like, oh, you know what, we need to question that, definitely chime in below and let me know. All right. So I'm going to get into couple of the picks from the next episode coming up, episode 5. We'll discuss that briefly, and then we'll be out, family. We'll be out, all right? Okay, so this is Rox right here. She's hugging probably Gazer. They're taking them to the hospital. They're trying to put the pressure on the wound. Your man is like, hurry up, Jay, drive. And look at Gazer right there, man. Poor Gazer. He should have listened to his son. And I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I hope he does, but I don't know if he's gonna make it, man, because this looks pretty deep and looks like a lot of blood. And he is an older man, you know what I'm saying? So I hope he makes it. I hope he makes it. Let's see another pick from the next episode. And again, she's looking for Aiden now. She is pissed off. She probably thinking, if I was her, I'd probably be like, yo, Cece, you took my son now? You know what I'm saying? Just to keep me here, just to, you know, like, because, you know, Cece, she's turned out to be real diabolical. So it looks like we're in the hospital. She's making a phone call. That looks like Jay and probably Rock. Okay, that's the young white girl boxer. So I don't know. It don't look like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell by the way they're setting up the trailer. It kind of looks like he got some bad news. Maybe Gaza didn't make it. They do these trailers real good. They do them real good. All right. But it's not looking good right there. Let me see another one right here. Yeah. So Cece, she's looking at some computer or whatever. Again, this is getting intense, fam. It's getting intense. I see this moving now. I think it's going to move. Episode 5, remember, episode 5 in Power turned up. So hopefully episode 5 in Fightland will like just really kind of unravel stuff. And maybe we'll see Kingsley. Again, I said it earlier. I think maybe Cece did something to Kingsley because Zeke don't know where he is. But it seems like Cece kind of knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Okay. Let me pull up some more pictures from the next episode here. Yeah, man. It's about to go down next. I think episode 5, I'm just gonna call it, I hope episode 5 turns up more so because episode 4 is getting busy. The Russians are going crazy. They're retaliating, you know. That we see Duke and Jay there. All right, we saw that already. Your girl is just cursing somebody out, right? Look at that. She make that face, boy. She cursing somebody. The Russians. Probably talking to the Russians. She probably mad. She's talking to Zeke. Okay. This is Sergey right here. So he probably got Aiden, holding on to Aiden with the strap. You know, they came after him. They're trying to get him back. Joy's crying. Is Cece gonna step in? Because now Cece has to step in. But again, maybe Sergey found out that they were trying to get at him, you know, for what happened and kind of use him as a scapegoat for what happened to the other guy's son. Remember what happened to the other guy's son? He was stabbed in the club, right, in the previous episode. So maybe he's like, oh, you know, you trying to set me up. Let me take the son and use the son as leverage. See, I won't take me out. So we're gonna see, man. This is definitely getting intense. I'm in it. I'm focused. I'm locked in with this show. And if you are too, then rock with your boy. Rock with me as I go through this as well. But it's going down, fam. It's going down. Okay, a couple more picks from the next episode. I'll probably do a what's next video, if anything. Maybe a live, we'll see. But this is, Sergey right here, snatching up Aiden. That's the pick right there. Okay, and yeah, this is just what I wanted to point out, that this is Rox. This is who Rox is, the young fighter. That's her right there. So she definitely is close to Duke. And well, she's really more close to Gazer, you know what I'm saying? Because Gazer's her coach, right? All right, I think that's the last one. Here's a couple of last picks here. But it's going down, fam. I believe, and I hope, I'm just going to say I hope, okay? I hope that it turns up a little bit more as now the stakes are higher. You know what I'm saying? The stakes are higher. Aiden is kidnapped. Joy wants to run away. Her real estate business is stripped away. And yeah, Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. The question is, will Kingsley finally show up? Because we haven't seen him in the past, 3 episodes. Okay, so will Kingsley finally show up? First, we need to find out where he is, what he's doing. But will he come back now that Aiden has been kidnapped? You know, did him and Aiden, you know, before Duke came back, did him and young Aiden have their own relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he really think that he was Aiden's father? And then the truth came out and then he was like, you know what? I put my hands up. I'm out of here. I'll let the kids run the business. It is what it is. So will Kingsley show up? You guys chime below. Let me know. But yes, this is the hidden clues that you may have missed. All right, in Fightland episode 4, fam. In Fightland episode 4. So if you're watching the live, you're watching the replay, you know, I appreciate you for coming through and rocking with your boy. You know, it's time. It's time for this thing to turn up, man. I want it to turn up. We need it to turn up, okay? Because I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. I'm in it. I'm sticking to it. I got to watch it. Look, you may have to watch it a couple times, all right, in order to kind of get it. Remember, you know, they have an English accent. You're bloody. You know, it's a bloody different accent to relate with. You know, we're watching this show. I mean, if you watch Top Boy, then you can get with this. If you watch Supercell, then you can get with this. Okay? You ever watch Supercell or Top Boy, you can get with this. Okay? So stick with it. But shout out to everybody in London. Shout out to everybody over the pond in England and all this and that. Because one thing I know for sure is that this is actually going to premiere over the pond on the channel called Sky. So Fightland will premiere on Sky. And if you guys are watching YouTube now, guess what? We got these recaps and replays and these videos for you. So when, you know, after you watch the show, definitely come over here, rock with us, give us your opinions, your thoughts, hit the like button, you know what it is. All right, family, look. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Let me look at the chat real quick. Thank you for coming through. I see you, Keish. Thanks for coming through. What you say DeMarcus Rocks could convince Duke to return to boxing? Maybe. Yeah, I think we're gonna see. We may see him back in the gym. But first now, we gotta find Aiden. But maybe they might use this as leverage to get him to jump back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, or back in the ring, I should say. You know, what if that's the plug? What if that's the play? Right? Okay, we want our money, we want this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. He got to get back in the gym, do the fight, win the money. Like, everybody makes money off of this promotion of him coming back as the champion. You think the Russians care about that? I don't know. I think Sergey has to be taken out. We got to take out Sergey. I think Sergey went rogue. Honestly do. I don't know if Nikolai's behind this. I don't think he would be, but you never know, man. He may flip on Shorty. He may flip on CC on some like, yo, I don't care, Sergey. Snatch up the kid. Let's use this as leverage. So they work more so with us. So it's a lot of different scenarios that can play out, fam. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man, on this Fightland. Thank you for coming through, all right? Hit the like button. Hit that hype button if you're watching the replay. I'm going to see y'all in the next video, all right? All right. Till next time, fam. Salute.
VACAY-J Beats. Fightland! Fightland!
Yo, it's a takeover. Look at the skyline. Stars bringing the thunder, yeah, it's Fightland time. 50 with the blueprint, architect with the master plan. Rising up an empire. Kid, hear the roar across the land from episode 1. Through the battle start to rise. Main legends moving cold. Fire burning in their eyes. Side soldiers in the shadow. Waiting for the cracks to show. Every choice a load.
Yeah. VACAY-J. Thank you. Thank you for watching. thank you for your time. Thank you for the love, every like and every vibe. Hope your holiday's joyful, peaceful, bright. May your dreams come true and your future shine. So tap that like, tap the hype. Hit subscribe, join VACAY-J life. Be kind to each other, you never really know what someone's facing deep down in their soul. VACAY VIPs, MVPs, VACAY fam worldwide. Salute, see you in the next one.